we are going to start logical reasoning. Logical reasoning is the solutions of the questions thinking critically. So the proper definition is over here. Next to it, we are using the statements and the sentences for logical reasoning. Statements are written or verbal sections actually. So statements contains sentences. Sentences will be either correct, mean true or false, but not both simultaneously, mean same time. So you have to take care of the things. If these things comes in sentences, those sentences will not be the statements, like exclamation, order or request, question, involves variable time such as today, tomorrow, yesterday, involves variable places here, there, everywhere, involves pronouns such as he, she, they. So example number 1, one buses in Gambia is true, so it is a statement. Every rectangle is a square is false, so it is a statement. Close the door cannot be assigned true or false because it is a command, so it cannot be called a statement. How old are you cannot be assigned true or false because is a question, so it is not a statement. So next to it is types of statements. We have basically two types of the statements: simple statements, compound statements. So let's start with simple statements. Simple statements are the statements which cannot be broken down into two or more than two statements. So the examples are: 2 is an even number, a square has all its sides equal, Dakar is the capital of Senegal, are all simple statements. So compound statements are the statements which contains two or more than two simple statements. Definition is over here. Next to it, the examples: 11 is both an odd and prime number, can be broken into two statements. 11 is an odd number, 11 is a prime number, so it is a compound statement. Next to it is negation. Negation means simply to negate something. When we talk about negation in mathematics, everything have its opposite. So we want to know the opposite of a sentence, mean negation of that thing. So negation simply referred to as negating, or if statement is true, negation will be false. If the statement is false, negation will be true. So let us see some examples of negations. Consider the two statements: P, Amadou is an intelligent student, Q, Amadou is not an intelligent student. For these two statements, Q is said to be the negation of P, that is, Q is not equals to P. Q equals not P. Q equals not P. If P is true, then Q is must be false. Okay, next to it is implication. Implication is in two statements P and Q. Let's say are two statements. We say P implies Q. According to the statements, P implies Q means if P then Q. So if P then Q means if P is true, Q is true. So the symbol is two equal signs and the arrowhead at the front. That's called implication sign. So P is called premise of the implication and Q is called the conclusion. So the examples are: if you score 85% or above in this class, then you will get an A. So you score 85% or above in this class, you will get an A. These are the two statements. They form a implication, mean if you score 85% or above in this class, then you will get an A. First you have to fulfill the first condition. If you fulfill the first condition, you will get A. So next example: if the US discovers that the Taliban government is involved in the terrorist attack, then it will retaliate against Afghanistan. It's also true. And according to math, the last example is x plus 1 equals to 3 implies x equals to 2. So next to it is converse. Converse means the reverse of any statement. That one is called converse. So let S be a statement from P implies Q, then converse of S, the statement Q implies P. In general, the truth of S says nothing about the truth of its converse unless the premise P and the conclusion Q are logically equivalent. So the example here is, if I am a human, then I am immortal, but the converse will not be true. So let's look at the converse. If I am a mortal, then I am a human, which is not necessarily true. Okay. Another statement I will say, if I am a triangle, then I am a three-sided polygon. But the converse of this one will be true, 100% true. If I am a three-sided polygon, then I am a triangle, because the definition of triangle is three-sided polygon. Let's look at the equivalent implication. Equivalent implication is by the time when if P implies Q is true and the converse of it Q implies P is also true, by then we will say P is equivalent to Q, because P implies Q and Q implies P both are true. When they both are true, by then P is equivalent to Q. And the example is 3x minus 2 equals to 10 implies x equals to 4. And x equals to 4 implies 3x minus 2 equals to 10 are both true. Therefore, 3x minus 2 equals to 10 is equivalent to x equals to 4. So that's the end of the first lecture. Thank you.